So you know what follows 2 days of rain in Massachusetts?
2 more days
Winter.
of rain.
Winter. I didn't realize that we moved out to the Pacific Northwest. It's just been terrible weather here. By the way, I'm Ron Juggett and he's Dave Gardner. It's time for This Week on the E. I mean, yesterday here, Dave, in northern Vermont, we had snow.
I
My
heard.
mother came down for lunch yesterday and it snowed. She had snow in her yard.
I heard that there in New England there's going to be places that were having snow. When we didn't get it here, we just been getting a lot of rain. But I mean, it's been mid 40s at best. At night dropping down to close to 40, and here we are. Was it May 15th, halfway through May, and we haven't got. This is March. This is March weather right here.
March or October, take your pick. Are we either heading into winter or heading out of it?
Yeah, actually, it's almost like November. Actually,
Yeah,
somebody
it's
said
pretty much.
we're having November, cold, rainy, 40s. So I don't know. Maybe we should have some turkey and stuffing this weekend. I don't know.
That sounds good. I looked it up. The average temperature for this time of year up here. Where's the hockey talk? We'll get to that in a second. It should be 68 up here. That's the average high temperature in May. So at this point, we should be pushing between 68 and 72. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 54 degrees. Tonight, expect a low of 44 degrees.
Wow, in the middle of May is
the middle of May.
And this has been going on for quite some time because I do the Game Hounds. I haven't done them every week lately, but we record Sundays. We used to record Wednesdays, but we switched to Sundays, and I still do it once in a while. And they would always ask me, we'd do 5 minutes of weather when we kicked off the show because, 1 week you'd be like, wow, it's 80 degrees and I'm sweating. And the next week it's like, wow, we almost, we didn't have snow, but it's in the 30s and my heat kicked on. And they would laugh because they're out in California. They would laugh at the weather.
Oh, yeah.
But they would ask every week, hey, what's the weather report? Because yes, somebody out by San Francisco what the weather is, it's the same every single day. It doesn't change, But out here, it's like, geez, that's weird. It must be weird going from sweatshirts to shorts to, to scarves, back to shorts. It's like,
just remember, you can barbecue in any weather, and that a Boston accent has been voted the second sexiest accent in the country.
That's what I hear.
I don't believe it for a second, but I've seen all those people at Dunks. Anyway, so we've got.
Yeah, let's kick off. And let's start off with our sponsors here. So first off, behind me, what do you think? The new red,
those are nice, man.
White really and nice. Yellows. Yeah, they were just something. I just kind of mocked up and I put it up and go, what do you think of this? And we got an anonymous donor to come up with that little shield's actually a EMRHL Seniors logo. And we did it like the New York Rangers style jersey and just mocked it up with no black except for the 20th logo. It's just all old Calgary Flames, Atlanta Flames. And they look fantastic. So we debuted them in the Saturday playoffs as a surprise. But going forward on this Tuesday season, they're in the rotation. The Hummingbirds are actually wearing these red ones and the white ones. Last night, they wore the white over here, and week one, they wore the red. So, yeah, so I want to thank the EMRHL Seniors for donating, sponsoring these shirts right here. Going down our list, we'll go reverse order this time. Ernie 11 has the BC maroon jerseys that we're wearing on Tuesday nights as well. So Ernie's been doing a lot of equipment repair, and he's going to try to come up with some pants so we can actually have matching pants and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. Getting on with the rest of our sponsors, Aces Games and More in Revere, One Call Ventilation. They have the tan jerseys. East Boston Savings Bank with the nice navy jerseys. The local 103 IBEW, they have the orange jerseys. Bates Insurance in Medford with the old LA Kings, the purple and the yellow. And with the modern Kings, the black, white, and silver, that is Omega Hobby in Quincy. The teal jerseys are Everett Bank sponsored. And then finally, the black, white, and teal, kind of the Carolina blue right there. That is from Paramount Wealth Strategies. And again, thanks to all of our sponsors. We continue to get compliments on the jerseys. We continue to post these up on social media, and your logo appears everywhere. And more people are actually buying their own jerseys. So if you're a sponsor, your logo is actually going to be worn. Who knows where they're going to wear it, but your logo will be displayed proudly on our jerseys.
Just don't let Chris Sale nearby with the scissors because two of the sponsors also sponsor the Red Sox. So
Yeah. Isn't that kind of neat that we have a couple of sponsors here that also sponsor the Red Sox?
that's absolutely cool. Absolutely cool.
pretty
All right. So we're down to the final four on Saturday, and they're going to be Face Off, Rumblefish, Fast Times, and Arsenal playing for the league championship. So, Dave, what's going on this Saturday?
Well, let's take a look here. Oh, I opened up the wrong window here. Hopefully I don't close out on anybody. Let me go to let's take a look at what happened in the playoffs. Actually, first off, a couple weeks ago, I kicked off with the bottom eight, the Super 8, we call it. The bottom eight played off with face-off slipping by National Treasure 8-5. Then it was leaving Las Vegas 8-2 over Gone in 60 Seconds. Fast Times got by Snake Eye 64. And then probably the only upset of the first round was when Kick-Ass defeated Ghost Rider 11-8. Ghost Rider, they just fell apart the last half of the season. I don't know what happened to them. And then in week 2, we had the remaining 8 playing, and it was face-off upsetting. I think it was second place, Raising Arizona 7-2. It was just all face-off all the time last Saturday morning. Raising Arizona couldn't get anything going. It just wasn't their day, and they lost 7-2. As predicted, the top seed Rumblefish, they destroyed Kick-Ass 12-2.
Dave, you have no video.
I have. Is it me? Yeah, but it's just me, right? I'm just talking.
No, I'm watching the stream right now, and it's a black screen.
Really?
It.
No,
there we go. I see it now. Okay.
Yeah, no, I got it streaming here. Seems okay. Okay, yeah, no, I was going to show the screen, but I was kind of talking to scores here.
All right.
So, yeah, so Rumblefish up over Kick-Ass 12-2, so they advance. The Rock and Fast Times, what a game they had. Went into overtime. The Rock had so many chances at the end of the game and in overtime to take this from Fast Times. They just couldn't put it in. And then in a quick shot by Mark Scribner in overtime gave Fast Times a 7-6 OT playoff win for our only OT playoff game so far. And the final game of last Saturday, Arsenal trailing 3-2 most of this game, came back with a tying goal and then a game-winning goal, I think 30 or 40 seconds apart late to slip by leaving Las Vegas. Yeah, it was just they circled the wagons. Goaltender Ryan Hayes stood on his head, making save after save, but it just you can only take so many shots, and they tied it, and then shortly after went ahead, and so they stole it. I think it was a minute and a half, or a minute 45 to go, and they got 2 goals just to steal it from leaving Las Vegas. So, yeah, so the final 4 going into our Saturday playoffs will crown a champion this Saturday, which would be May 18th of 2019. At 7:30 a.m., it's Rumblefish versus Face Off. And then at 8:30 a.m., it's Arsenal taking on Fast Times. And the winners will play at 9:30, 9:35-ish for the championship. And we'll have the cup there and take pictures and the whole bit. And then right after, when that's all said and done, right around 10:30, 11:15, we are going to have one last scrimmage game before we go into the new season. So how it's going to go is we'll have a championship game, we'll have a scrimmage game. Next week, we're off for the holiday. Was it Memorial Day?
Memorial Day,
yeah. So we usually take that one off. So there'll be no games on the 25th to 26th, whatever that weekend date is. And then we may be starting right up on June 1st. Not 100% sure on that. If we get everything together, we'll start right up on June 1st. If not, we'll run a few more scrimmages and start up on the 8th. So that is kind of the plan. So wrap it up this Saturday. I'll hand out the trophies, hand out the T-shirts, take a week off, and then depends how quick it all comes together. Sometimes it comes together really quick, and we start right up. We can draft on that Wednesday night and get going. And other times, if guys are coming and going, we're still getting new guys in. There's a lot of new guys. We invited up to the scrimmage last week. 2 showed up. Some didn't. Some haven't got back to me yet. Some are only going to be here for the summer, so they might need an extra week to get together. So we just play all that by ear, especially in the summertime for Saturdays. So
12 teams is 12 teams as well, or 10, or how many do you know?
It all depends. I mean, I got a lot of interest in new players to join up, but whether they come through or not, that's a determining factor. I know we're probably going to lose a bunch of guys in the summer like we normally do, but there's times we do carry 12 teams in the summer. But I'd like to keep at least 10, keep the 5 games going through the summer and the whole bit. But I mean, if we have enough for 11 or 12, then we'll absolutely do that.
And the scrimmage. Yeah, the scrimmage is past Saturday.
Yep, we had a scrimmage last Saturday. We had couple new players showed up. Both were excited to play in the new season, so they should be here this Saturday and going forward with us. We had a few guys that didn't show up for some reason, so I reached out to them again, and then sent out probably another 10 or 15 emails to some guys who are inquiring about the league. So hopefully we'll get some up there as well.
So what's your I mean, when we just did the Tuesday playoffs, the team that played at the second game of the semifinals won the championship. So playing back-to-back games doesn't hurt. What are your thoughts going into championship Saturday?
Well, what's going to be interesting, because Rumblefish is missing their captain, which is also their goaltender. He's taking a trip. So we have a sub goalie coming up for Rumblefish. And so let's see how much heart that the sub actually has in that game as they take on face-off, right? And the other two teams, Arsenal and Fast Times, those are kind of wild cards, so it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, both pulled out an overtime win and then a late win. So, I mean, they could be wild cards as well. But we got 4 decent teams going into the final week. It all depends who comes to play and who goes to bed early on Friday night.
That's right. So now that you did this I think you did this for the first time. You took the teams after 10 weeks or 12 weeks or whatever and broke them into 4 groups. Something you do again?
Yeah, it works out. I mean, because if you have the 12 teams and you play everybody once, it's 11 games. So you like to do more than 11 games. You want to, on Tuesdays, there's 8 teams. Play everybody twice. It's 14 games. It's a nice round number. You don't want to go much longer than that. But I think on Saturday, you play everybody once. And I think it's neat if you can, the top 2 teams play each other again. The middle teams play each other again. And the bottom teams play each other again. And because, it's just kind of how the season panned out. And it's just, we have some really good games. If you really look at the schedule, the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season when we did that, the games were a lot closer. We might have had one blowout by chance, but for the most part, the games were close because the teams were more even. And it gives everybody one more chance to try to catch the team in front of you to move up a slot in the playoffs.
All right. So there you go. And so if you're just happen to be watching this out of a fluke and are interested in doing the scrimmage this week or maybe one next week during the break, what's the Facebook group? What's the best way to get a hold of it?
Like I say, look us up on Facebook. Just look EMRHL, Eastern Mass Roller Hockey League. If you do a Google search, we'll come up all over the place. It'll bring you to our website, to our Facebook page, even on Twitter. And just shoot us a message there. All my contact information is right there on the website, including my cell phone, which if you call, I probably won't answer because I have so many ridiculous phone calls coming to my cell phone that just leave me a message and I'll call you right back. Say, hey, I'm interested in roller hockey, but I get so many congratulations.
Yeah, my car warranty was going to run out again this morning or so. Roger told me that.
Yeah. Hi, this is
take one good look at me and ask if I drive or not, okay?
Yeah. This is MasterCard. There's nothing wrong with your account, but just so leave me
alone.
I
get that one too. You know what they're good at? They're now spoofing local numbers. Because it used to be if you see it was out of the area code or out of state, because you have more than one area code in Massachusetts, that I just no, I don't want to talk to you. But now they're good at spoofing local numbers, including landline numbers now too.
Oh, really? Well, I noticed that when I get a landline area code and number, I'll pick it up because it's the doctor or the car dealership. My car's ready or something.
Right.
But if I see the cell phone area code, I don't answer it just because it's just too much garbage out there. So yeah,
absolutely.
So the best way is either call, leave a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, or just send me a text. Say, hey, I'm looking to play in the league, because I'll get back to text right away. But just if you call, don't be alarmed if I don't answer because there's just too much garbage coming through on the phone there. So yeah, so if you're looking to get in, Tuesdays are full. And there's only 8 teams on Tuesday. We do have a small waiting list, but Saturdays are usually open, especially in the summer. So if you want to play, get your foot in the door, play on some Saturdays, and take it from there. So that's the best way to do it. And I got a couple of people in the chat room. I just want to say hi to ID Jester and Bobby in the chat room there. Thanks for stopping in as we talk some local hockey here, but I just wanted to give a shout out to the people in the chat room. In case you're wondering what the team names are, we did the team names after Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah.
If you're unaware, on Saturday, they're Nicolas Cage movies. Last Tuesday season, we did, what was it, Sylvester Stallone movies?
Stallone movies, yeah.
Yeah. And this season for Tuesday, we just did birds. So we have hummingbirds, owls, loon,
I
you know,
cannot believe my suggestion for Heroes of the Montreal Canadiens was rejected.
No, it wasn't rejected. It was soundly rejected.
And ID's been talking to my wife about me driving women crazy. Absolutely true. Speaking of Tuesdays, here's what happened on Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the season, of the new season. The Eagles beat the Pigeons 9-7, but the Eagles ran out to a large lead, 9-3 after 2 periods. Life in the fast lane, slowly way to lose your mind. But then they took their foot off the gas, and the Pigeons slowly rallied before running out of time. Nick Bertocci said if his goalie could have made a couple simple saves in the second, the game would have been tied. Is Nick eating banana peels, or is he right?
No, he was spot on. I'm looking at the score sheet here. It was Eagles 3-1 after 1, and then 9-3 after 2. It's just goal after goal. I mean, they scored 4 goals in the first 5 minutes of that second period. It's just one after another after another. And then they kind of sat there, and it was, next thing you know, it was 9-4, and then it was 9-5, then 9-6, and then with just over a minute left, it was 9-7, and we get within 2 goals, and it turns into stop time. And so then anything goes. You still got 83 seconds to play, and goals come in bunches up there, especially in stop time. And that's when the rally fell short for them. But yeah, the Eagles got their first win, but they almost blew it. They really did. They almost blew that lead.
At 7:30, the Loon, not Loons, but Loon, beat the Toucans. No Fruit Loops for us. 10-7. Well, the Toucans had 7 skaters, but they weren't the right 7. Without Lucas to yell at the defense, the Toucans fell to the Loonies, 10-7. Bova and Clark had big games for the Loon. Caggiano, Dockling contributed too, but at a lesser level. A high-scoring game.
Yeah, it actually was. I'm looking at the score here. It was 3-3 after 1, and then 7-6 after 2. So most of the scoring was done in that second period, and the Loon just hung on. Open net goal at the end by Dockley and sealed the deal there. But yeah, the Toucans are 0 for Toucans.
Oh. All right. At 8:30, the Hummingbirds and the Owls played, and this game was closer than it looked. It was 4-2 until the final few minutes of the game when the Owls flew the coop. Hummingbirds 7, Owls 2. Andrew G played great in the net for the Birds, and the week 2 trash talking and celebrations were rock solid for both teams.
Yeah, this was actually a very good game. The 7-2 score is really no indication. It was 1-1 after 1. And then 3 goals in a second by the Hummingbirds had them up 4-1. Then a quick goal by the Owls. I'm thinking like a minute into the third had it 4-2. It was 4-2 for that entire third period. Trash talking was an all-time high. Every time someone made a play, they would trash talk. It seemed to be in good humor until the very end there. And then a couple of late goals by the Hummingbirds just put it away. And they skated away at a 7-2 win, but it was just the celebrations going. It was week 2, trash talking, good times. But it was a solid game to that point. It was 4-2 throughout the game, and then 3 goals in the last couple of minutes just put it away.
And the last game of the night, the Geese remain unbeaten while the Peacocks pick up their first loss. It was 2-2 after 1 and 4-3 Peacocks after 2 before the Geese scored 5 in the third to win 8-5. Peacock captain Mike Arsenault looked tired, according to some of his teammates, and Greg Ventura did not turn the ball over on either shift he took.
Yeah, nice job by Greg. Took 2 shifts in this game. Did not finish in the minus, or if he was only -3. Didn't turn it over. Solid game for him as he looks to rebound from a tough season last season. But yeah, Mike Arsenault just got back from vacation. Looked kind of tired. Looked like maybe he had visited the salad bar quite a bit too.
I always hate it when I visit the salad bar too much. Sometimes those cherry tomatoes just get the best of you.
A lot of olives, a lot of dressing, I guess. Some of the croutons maybe bulk them up.
Especially the olives.
But yeah, this was pretty good. This was actually 4-3 Peacocks after 2, as you mentioned, and then the 5 goals there in the third put it away for the Geese, and they moved to 2-0. I think that was the Peacocks' first loss on the season. So that was that. But what was kind of neat about this game is after we get done, everybody ran downstairs to the lobby because they had the Bruins game on down in the lobby. So both teams like flew down, and some guys were half dressed running down into the lobby to catch the end of the game. And so we had a lot of the roller hockey guys and a lot of the ice hockey guys packed into this lobby watching the TV, the end of the Bruins game. And of course, me being the wise guy, I'm in there and I'm behind everybody. And it's like 3 minutes to go. And everybody was like, get it out of the zone and do this, do that. And I was like, can we put on the NBA draft? Everybody turned and looked at me. So I left.
So Zion's going to New Orleans. I saw someone today had a picture of a tattoo they got on their ankle of Zion as the Knicks logo. Wasn't going to work out that way. And Chris Sale struck out 17 last night in 7 innings for the Sox.
Is that basketball too? Or is that baseball now?
What? Zion?
Either one. I don't know either one.
You know who the Knicks are?
I know who the Knickerbockers are, yeah.
Right. And so the draft lottery was last night, and they were supposed to get the first pick of the draft, this kid from Duke coming out after his freshman year, and New Orleans got him instead. And if you strike out 17 in basketball, you are suspended forever, I think. But
hey, in the chat room, Bobby Catalano was asking about all the bird teams. Bobby, what we do every season is we pick a new theme, and all the teams are named after that theme. And if you can imagine, after 20 years of doing this, we're on year 21 right now, doing 2 leagues and doing probably 3 seasons per league. So you're talking six to 7 seasons a year. So that's
serial 1 year, right?
Oh, we just picture. So if we do 7 on average, 7 seasons a year times 20 years, that's 140 themes. Sit down and try to come up with 140 different themes. It is not
send Dave's categories for Christmas is what you should do.
Yeah. So sometimes it's something real simple like birds. Other times we've done NHL teams like 15 times. It's just sometimes you get a little more creative. Last season, like I say, it was the Nicolas Cage team, the Sylvester Stallone team. That's where we are right now. It's like, what haven't we done? It's like, hey, let's do game shows. No, we've done game shows twice. Let's do 70s TV shows. We've done 70 TV shows twice. Anything you can think of, we've done. So we did.
Right. So show us some stats from Tuesday.
Oh, you're going to make me do my share screen again, huh?
Yes, I am.
All right. So let's do that here. So I'm going to go to my share a screen share application window. And let's see if this will share.
There we go.
All right. So hopefully right now you are looking at the standings here on Tuesday night. And so we got the
scroll down just a little bit.
There we go. So we got the Geese and the Hummingbirds 2-0, 2-0. The Owls, Peacocks, Loon, and Eagles are all 1-1 here. And then down the bottom, Pigeons, they got an overtime loss, so they're technically not in last place. But the Toucans, the 0-2 Toucans, I like that. The 0-2 Toucans, that's pretty cool. The 0-2 Toucans are in last place. Let's take a look at our league leaders here after a couple of weeks. On Tuesday, Joey Mullen of the Hummingbirds. Big night last night. He's got 10 points. In fact, he skated into me a couple times and still scored. I was refereeing his game, and I thought he was going behind me, and he ended up cutting in front of me, and I got in his way, and he bumped into me and continued to score it anyway. So he's leading with 10 points. John Andrews, a sleeper of last year, joined midseason. He has 9 points.
Nice.
Yeah, for the purple team here. I think that's the Geese, actually. Then the usual suspects, Bova, Lopes, DeVincent, Scott Layden, though, of the Eagles is 7 points. He's back after having a bum injury. He fell on his bum and he hurt his bum, and he missed a couple seasons, but he's back now with a brand new bum.
6 assists, a brand new bum.
Brand new bum, yep. And so he's got he leads with assists, 6 assists. He's got 7 points in 2 weeks, so he's looking really good. Let's scroll down here. We got 1 shorthanded goal.
Wow.
Yep, got a shorthanded goal. You see, we have a whole bunch of players. This is kind of the game-winning goals. That's pretty spread out. Nobody has more than 1.
We've only played 2 weeks.
Yeah, we only played 2 weeks, but that's kind of neat. We have that. And then down the bottom of that goaltenders, Andrew Todenkoff, he subbed in last night, and he had let up 2 goals, so he's leading everybody. So technically, he's played 1 out of 2 games, so he's eligible to be on that list.
Those are NHL numbers.
Yeah. These guys have been playing really well. McHugh who usually gives up 12 to 15 goals a game, he's only given up 4, an average of 4. So
That's
good
early.
for Robbie. Jay Sop under 5, Guimon right around 5. So yeah, these guys are playing real, except for Sean John of the Toucans, the 0 and 2 cans. So, but not all his fault. You know, for the first week, I think the Toucans only had a couple of skaters show up. So yeah, they have to put some things together here. But that's how we look on Tuesday. And
There you go. And so the Bruins are up 3-0 and the 0 and 2 cans. There you go.
You know, into bro, I can't believe the Bruins pulled it out last night. They're 3-0. It was good for them. It's the path is paved with Washington and Pittsburgh and Calgary and Winnipeg out. The top teams have been knocked out, and not saying that they still couldn't lose this series, or if they get to the finals that they're going to walk over San Jose or St. Louis. But if you look at the records of all the teams, you know, the tougher teams are out of the way.
All right. So I talked about next season. And the scrimmages are not free, right?
No, $13 to play in a scrimmage game. A lot of people still owe me from the last one, but they'll catch up with them slowly. I see the payments come in online. But yeah, it's $13 to skate in that. We usually go about an hour and a half with the scrimmages because we don't keep stats or anything. We skate a little bit longer, so, you know, depending on how many people we get the whole bit. Yeah, so we got one last one coming up this Saturday. Then we're off, and then we're looking at trying to get the new season going on June 1st or the latest June 8th. And yeah, we're into into year 21 right now as we pass the magic mark in May.
That's incredible.
And if you can believe it, when we started this 20 years ago, back in 1999, in May, early May, we were playing outside and it wasn't 44 degrees and rain. 20 years ago.
20 years ago, yeah. It was 88 on May 1st in 2018 here in town. That wasn't the case this year.
No.
All right. Did we miss anything?
No, that's it. Just more people in the chat. Al Red Sox fans stopped by to say hi. So, Al, thanks for stopping in. And yeah, if you get a chance, if you're into sports simulation games, I'll definitely go into the live chat and click on some of these people's pages and check them out. They do a fantastic job. For some reason, a lot of my sports sims videos have been getting a lot of hits and a lot of likes and comments the last couple of days. So maybe it's because the Stanley Cup Finals are going, people are really getting into the hockey. I'm not sure, but my hockey videos have been getting a lot of attention lately.
Tis the season. You'd think in winter sport they would do that in wintertime, but you know, hey. All righty. Well, there you go. And so we'll be back with you next Wednesday to help crown the new Saturday champion. And hopefully Dave will have a better idea of when the Summer Saturday League will go. Any more talk of some Monday dates, or did that fall by the board?
You know, I was talking to the rink about what's going on, and they're pretty full up for the summer. I'm surprised. But I says, look, I was just trying to take up a couple of hours, expand my thing for the summer and see how it goes. And he's like, well, we're going to have to really try to figure out where we can put you. So that is actually as much as I wanted to start something on Monday. That is good that the rink is full. Let me tell you.
Yes. Oh, without question.
Yeah, because, you know, there's all kinds of crazy rumors going around about what we're going to do with the upstairs rink. But if they're filling that every night and, you know, even partway on the weekends, then they're going to keep it hockey. So I was like, good. So if you're full, that's fine with me. I'll keep my Tuesdays. If something opens up, let me know. But, you know, I just didn't want a night to go empty up there and then have them rethink what they were going to do. So it's bad news for us. So Monday's probably on hold for right now, but good news, you know, I hope long-term, you know, for the league there as well. And I will try to see if I can get a champion on next Wednesday. I'll have to see who wins it and see who might come on and talk and see if we can get one of the champions on to kind of discuss, you know, their view. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if we can get somebody on next Wednesday. We got to go back to the guests. Guests are fun.
Guests are fun. All right. Well, that'll do it for us this week. He's Dave Gardner, the still semi-injured laundry king of Saugus, Massachusetts, and chief bottle washer for the Eastern Massachusetts Roller Hockey League. I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you next week on next Wednesday, the 22nd, for This Week on the E.
And we shoot for 50 degrees next Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.